So we just got a ton of new leaks for Skibidi. I'm sure you've all have seen them already, but today I want to talk to you guys about this one is catching my eye because it's sort of giving me Titan Cameraman vibes. And my favorite analysis channel, ISOTOILET, made a video about it. And I want to see what he says about it because I feel like if anyone's going to know what it is, it's him. So big shout out ISOTOILET. Go sub to him.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, my sweet little goat. Let me squeeze you.
And yes, it really is happening, y'all. Episode 79 was announced to come out in May by Boom himself, so we were already pretty hyped about this for the entire last week or so. And well, today even better news just came out to me, because Boom really seems to keep his promise about the May's release. Because he dropped just a huge pile of first leaks to episode 79 to us, or to be more precise, the first part of episode 79. Because yeah, it was also officially...
One thing that's not in this video that also you guys need to know, there was a tweet by Ibio. Ibio asked him, and he said that 80% of the episode is done animated, which you can think of that as you want. I don't know what that means in terms of when the episode will come out, but y'all can let me know your thoughts.
Confirmed that episode 79 will be divided in several parts, just as episode 77, so it's going to be coming out piece by piece. Which is actually a great thing if you ask me, because it means that the waiting for the new part will be much shorter than for a full episode's release. Okay, so in this video, I'll not only tell you all the recent news about the upcoming first part of episode 79, but also analyze all the leaks that Boom dropped on us just now. And spoiler alert, one of these leaks was rumored to be fake. Will you be able to guess which one it is, though?
Boom released a fake leak? Why am I not surprised?
Now get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this.
It is not coming. There's no way it comes tomorrow.
This video to the end because it's going to be really informative. And be sure to also give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, where I make a lot of skibidi toilet analyzing content while you are waiting for the next episode to get released. Okay, so if you are subscribed now, let's continue. So there were 8 leaks in total that were dropped on us by Boom in just one day. And well, some of those leaks were questionable to say the least, while the other ones could really tell us something about the upcoming episode a lot. And just as I mentioned above, one of those 8 leaks actually turned out to be fake. But which one it is, I'll tell you at the end of...
He dropped 8?!
...this video. And for now, you can guess on your own which...
Okay. This bottom right one looks super fake. This one looks real. I don't know, they look real.
Leak is not legit, because I feel like it's going to be a pretty fun challenge to y'all, especially given how difficult it may be in the recent times to discern the fake leak from the true one, because Boom really loved trolling and teasing us all in the last couple of months. And some of the fake leaks that community shares have even been manufactured by Boom himself just to fool us around even more. So yeah, everything is quite unpredictable when it comes to this silly man. You all have been warned. Okay, and now let's discuss the leaks we received. And the first leak that came out looks, well, pretty damn cryptic.
Like, what the fuck even is that, Iron Man? Like, what is this? That looks like Dr. Octopus and Iron Man had a love baby. What are we looking at here? What is this? It kind of gives me core fucker vibes, if you know what that is.
But it's also in the quite good quality, and not in potato pixels for once, which is a miracle. So we can notice several small details hidden in here. First of all, we can see some part of the large mechanism that looks either like an engine of some sort, or like a certain capsule.
This looks like a weapon that's going to be used
for creating something really special. If the first option is true, then it probably means that in episode 79 we'll see a new location featuring a certain laboratory or a hidden room where a large mechanism has been functioning. But with which goal exactly? My understanding is that it either may be some sort of global charging mechanism that gives fuel to some special of the Alliance, or to be more specific,
1.85 YT, thank you for the member, my friend.
Titans and mini-Titans, as well as some pieces of machinery and battle robots too. That's why it looks like a giant charging station, or at least it seems like it to me. And of course, the red color of this room also gives me a pretty strong association with the Speakerman's race in specific, especially given the
looks more orange than red, though.
Hype that the Speakerman's armada created as they arrived at the end of the previous episode. I could also add that this whole mechanism could also be a direct or distant part of the Titan speakerman's body. Well, at least after he underwent several upgrading processes. Given the angle this leak gives, it's pretty difficult to state for sure what exactly this mechanism might be and what its size looks like overall, so yeah, there are several theories of mine regarding.
I feel like this more is I don't know if this looks more like villain technology instead of the Alliance technology. Would you guys agree or disagree with me on that? I don't know. I feel like it doesn't give me red. It's not red vibes. It's more orange.
Its purpose. Okay, but an interesting thing is that it's only the first option of what this mechanism might actually turn out to be. Because there is also a second option. And it's even more interesting that the first one. So listen close to me now. So what if the part in the center of this leak is not in fact an engine or a part of some advanced machinery, but a literal capsule? Look a bit closer at this picture. In fact, this piece really looks like a prolonged cell, probably made of some transparent fire and heat-resistant material, and it even may seem like someone could also be trapped inside. To look at this whole thing in this way, I would say that this leak depicts a special transformation room where certain experiments have been held over some unfortunate subjects, and this capsule is basically a cell entrapping those subjects that are undergoing some global transfigurations at the same time.
Maybe the mothership? It could be. It could be. I kind of get what he's saying, though. It maybe someone is trapped inside because it is. But the problem is you can't tell how big it is because there's nothing in the picture to compare it to.
The only question is here, who this capsule belongs to? Astro Toilet?
It looks more like an engine to me, which gives me more on the vibes of the mothership because of how what's a word, like steampunky it is.
Or the Alliance, because both sides were cooking certain processes which allowed them to turn one species into completely different ones so that they could fight with them safely in this war. Once again, the color of this whole room is red, so everything can be possible. But I'd hope that we've actually been shown one of the Alliance's quarters, and maybe it's just some upgrade that the speakermen came up with for their own race. But of course, there is always a gloomier theory. What if this capsule actually belongs to Astro Toilets, though? And we see some horrible experiment where one of the species they've captured gets turned into one of their own kind, too? And here's an even crazier thought for y'all to consider. What if what we're seeing is actually happening in the past, and not in the present time after episode 78? Why? Well, as you remember, in one of his older interviews, Boom mentioned how episode 79 will spill some tea about the...
High stake, I am by 3 kitty. I am Peggy Zebed. I've been here since 1,763 subs, and I cry every day and night because I'm not a mod, and I feel like killing myself. Your live always watched videos. Sounds like you probably need some help. Maybe talk to your parents about that. I don't think giving you mod would make you feel better. I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope everything is okay. Get some help. Get some help. I'm sorry to hear that.
Past of G-Toilet and his whole confrontation with Astro Toilets that happened in episode 60, where we learned for the first time that Astro Faction considers Jimmy a traitor and declares war with him, although we still don't know what happened there for sure. And well, what if in the upcoming episode we'll actually get shown some flashbacks of Jimmy himself, or at least Astro Juggernaut, and that's where everything will actually fit one global picture? I personally dig this theory much more, and I really hope that it's exactly what will happen in the actual episode. Okay, and now let's move on to the second leak, and well, do you guys remember how I mentioned that one of these leaks must be fake, right? Well, there is a real contender.
Boom said it's 80. Yeah, I heard about the 80% thing. Makes me happy.
So basically, this is just some trollish picture featuring the close-up of Astro Duchess's face, and well, this girlie does not look pretty here at all. And to be honest, she just looks genuinely insane at this point. And I really mourn whoever is still simping for this hell of a creature at this point. And by the way, since when did she manage to get this nose piercing for her, though? I don't really remember her having that thing in the earlier episodes. don't really make her look better too, if you ask my opinion on that thing. Okay, but the third leak is much better. It features Astro Duchess once again, but this time she looks...
Astro Duchess is such a baddie. She's such a baddie. Come on, bro. She's such a baddie, and you all know it. Don't even with me.
Looks much more, bearable. We can also notice how she's accompanied by several Astro troops as well, which obviously means that she's heading a special mission that must definitely lead her to the Speakerman's Armada in the end. Because as you remember, at the end of episode 79, the Executor made it specific how his race won't be hiding anymore. And he actually attracted more powerful Astros to arrive in this location for an epic redeeming fight. And it is more than possible that Astro Duchess will be one of those who will follow this call. But there is another really interesting detail in this picture too. Guys, give a closer look to the surroundings behind her back.
She's sitting on a building. That's all I see, I guess.
Doesn't it remind of anything, you all? Check out the building Astro Duchess dumped her body on. If we'll compare a part of this building to the complete picture of the cameraman's base, then we'll see exactly that it must be the same thing. Which means that the current raid led by Astro Duchess could already bring her to the heart of one of the main cameraman's bases. And this is not a good thing at all. Because it means that another global fight will occur dangerously close to some of the Alliance's biggest laboratories and upgrade centers. And cameramen could be the next race after TV men who could significantly suffer from Astro's attacks. And that also means that in the worst case scenario...
I don't know. I mean, it does make sense because of the other leak that we got with the Titan camera. Well, not the Titan camera, but like the camera thing.
Speakermen will be the last members of the Alliance standing. But, well, we'll get to that. But is the fight really occurring immediately? Because it also may look like in the...
I don't know. I think he's right, though. It literally looks exactly the same. It kind of looks like a part of a building that's destroyed over here on the right, too. Like this antenna thing. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, guys. It's hard to say.
The third leak, Astro Duchess is actually communicating with one of the cameramen. So who knows, maybe the negotiations could turn to be successful, at least for some time. Okay, and the fourth leak could actually depict the exact cameraman she might be talking to, which also proves my thought that Astro Duchess is currently occupying the cameraman's base. And basically this leak just depicts an upgraded big cameraman being ready to guard the base with the usage of this big, cannons. So in any case, this base won't give up that easily if the fight occurs. And by the way, we could also see how the giant distanced battle drones are also guarding the base, which levels up its defense system quality big time. Okay. And the fifth leak is actually quite insane, because when I looked at it for the first time, I thought I might be seeing some screenshot from Verlance's Skibidi Wars or something like that, because damn me.
That looks pretty sick. Here you go. Here's $2. Thank you, Connie. What ended up happening with the Robux for Mr. Beast fan? I gave it to him and he got banned. Simple. It does suck. This leak is cool. I really like this one. It gives me District 5 vibes. Why do they have gas? I wonder if they gassed him. Because they have like gas masks on.
If this guy doesn't look like the plague toilet. But as it turned out, the reality is even more epic than, let's say, some unexpected crossover between Boom series and some skibidi toilet multiverse. Because I swear, y'all, this actually is an upgraded skibidi Mafia toilet. Yeah, the one who was literally fried by Titan Speaker.
That does make sense because he had like that gas shit. Yo, thank you for the 10 gifted, Hunter. Big ups, Hunter. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you for that big 10 W Hunter in the chat.
Man and Titan cameraman in the first part of episode 67. And well, apparently this guy decided to make some grand, comeback. And you just look at him. He didn't fully recover from that one incident in the past because his face is still visibly burnt by acid and explosion's heat. So he covers a part of it with the mask now. He still wears his iconic Mafia hat, but now he looks now goofy, but completely brutal. And which makes...
Bro, he does not look goofy. He looks badass as fuck. He looks cool, bro. It looks very dystopian. I love it. I love it a lot, actually.
Makes him even cooler in my eyes is the fact that the trauma he suffered through didn't give him some phobia towards acid or something like this, because he's also got some epic upgrades for his acid cannons in specific. Which also means that this guy probably will be a literal beast on the battlefield, and I root for this Chad big time. And on the 6th leak, we can see another skibidi toilet, and this time it's our good old POV from episode 78, or Rizsaw Hugo Mutant. And it seems to me like he's got some epic upgrades as well, even though just a short period of time has passed since the last episode. Or maybe it's just a different lighting in this picture, which makes it seem like something changed about Rizzaw's cannons. I am not really sure here. But these last 2 leaks also tell us one pretty important fact. So the cameraman's base is getting attacked, that's for sure. But not only the Speakerman's armada might come for its defense, but also elite skibidi toilets. And where skibidi toilets could be spotted, that's where G-Man could also appear, which gives even more points to my theory that we might see the reveal of this long mystery surrounding his past, and the true reason for his conflict with Astro Toilets. Because it's possible that once Jimmy shows up, Astro Duchess will literally go nuclear. And that's where we'll either see the most epic skibidi toilet battle of all time, or where we'll get shown the flashbacks of either Duchess or Jimmy back when he was still on the Astro Toilet side. Okay, and the 7th leak really made me excited for one split second because my naive thought that me might be...
Bro, I thought it was Titan Cameraman 2, bro. Chat, realistically, what episode do you think we're gonna see Titan Cameraman on again? It's been too long, bro. It's been too long. It's been like a year, bro. I miss him. I miss my GOAT.
Seeing a glimpse of Titan Cameraman, but oh, nope. Unfortunately, this is not the guy we all have been waiting to return for literal ages, but just a giant distance drone cannon belonging to Plunger Camera Woman. And even
80?
Tough the Giant Explosion covers the big part of this.
I think 82, honestly. 80 makes sense. It's a 0 episode. So I don't know. I don't think 79, bro. I honestly, I don't think 79 is gonna have Titan Cameraman, because whenever I asked Boom about it, he always seemed to indicate that Titan Cameraman is not coming back for a while. And I think the longer he waits to bring back Titan Cameraman, the more hyped it's going to become. So I don't know. It's Jesus Christ. Okay. It's I'm very hyped for it. The problem is, though, I just think it's gonna take a long time.
Leak. It also seems like the upgraded camera strider could also be seen here. And it is also possible that Mecha Cameraman Scientist could also be found inside of this machine as its pilot. And to be honest, even if Titan Cameraman wouldn't return in this episode, at least I'll be moderately happy to see Mecha Scientist's comeback, who we haven't seen for a pretty long time already. And by the way, the funniest detail on this leak is that now Camera Strider seems to have an ability to fly with the usage of multiple reactors underneath, which looks both cute and pretty damn epic. And I also...
The Strider is the tank, if I'm correct, right, guys?
Wonder whether we'll see more of the flying machines belonging to the Alliance in the upcoming future. Okay, and the very last leak shows up another close-up, and this time it belongs to some unidentified skibidi toilet with a really smug smile on his lips. There are also some kind of scars all over his face, or maybe it's something else.
Look at the reflection of the glasses.
It's pretty difficult to state for sure because this picture's quality is much poorer than all of the 7 leaks I showed you before. And well, this is not a coincidence, because as I found out, this leak was actually manufactured by the user named Deer from Ohio. And it's also been heavily rumored that he was one of the animators that helped Boom work on episode 78.
He was. Wasn't his... I thought he was literally in the bio of episode 78, was he not? Beating my meat tea... Okay, bro. Skibidi toilet. Wasn't he literally in the description of it? I swear he was. Yeah, he literally is in the description, so it's confirmed that he was part of it. It's literally confirmed.
And well, if that's true, that it means that yes, this leak was not made by Boom, but is it actually fake? It's possible that this frame could actually...
Thanks, Hunter.
...actually be taken from the actual episode 79, but its quality was nerfed down a lot, so it's difficult to even see what's been going on
Thanks, Button.
here. Especially when it comes to the reflections on this guy's glasses. The hell is that supposed to be? Okay, and those were all the leaks that Boom alongside one of his animators cooked up for us. And what can I even say? I can already smell some really epic stuff which is about to happen in the first part of episode 79, which is also rumored to come out.
Chat, how many parts is it going to be? How many parts is 79 going to be?
On the next weekend already. So we'll either see a huge attack on the cameraman's base, which will end with either Jimmy or upgraded Titan Speaker Man showing up to the party, or both.
2 to 3.
And there is also a really high chance that we might finally see some secret flashbacks belonging to either G-Man or some of the elite Astro Toilets that will finally tell us what happened back in the day when he was still a part of our enemy's faction.
W theories, bro. W theories. Let me sub to ISO. W theories. W theories. Oh, man. All right, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I have a lot of questions. Mostly, though, I think I am excited about the first, like, engine-looking thing. And I think and the gas guy looking sick as hell.